Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we start the show, you are probably aware that there's a climate of unease around at the moment about a lot of unnecessary violence on television. And after consultation at the very highest level, we have been asked to cut out certain scenes from tonight's episode, which we are very, very happy to do.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. And as it happens, we've also had a meeting with a man called Douglas Hurd, who last week expressed some of his worries to us. And as a result, we have agreed to remove all gratuitous bad language and offensive material from tonight's show.
So, bye! Thank you. Good night. When you're ready, Mr. Jones.
The fossilised bones of a body thought by experts to date back to the early Iron Age have been unearthed on a building site in the Brixton area of London. Police have arrested a black youth.
And so, this award for the best actor tonight goes to, oh my God, I'm all fingers and thumbs here. goes to John Morley for his performance as A.B. Rudder in Conrad Turner's Fathers.
Wow, yeah. This is really me, John Morley, yeah. God, you know, there's so many people I'd like to thank. You know, my family, my mom and dad. I mean, where do you start? My beautiful wife, Janine, who put up with me for 9 months while I'm making this movie. My agent, Tab Gillerman, and Mike, of course, for giving me the goddamn thing. This is really... God, you know, I really, really, really don't deserve this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, when you look at the other nominees, I mean, you know, anybody else should have gotten this. I mean, Dustin Hoffman, Warren Beatty. Warren's been so much help to me over the past few years. And Bobby De Niro. You know, I'm actually standing here holding this Oscar, ladies and gentlemen, but it shouldn't be me up here. It should be Conrad. Conrad Turner, the director of the movie. He should be up here collecting it. Stand up, Con. Stand up. Ladies and gentlemen, Conrad Turner. You know, Conrad put his whole life into this picture, ladies and gentlemen. A life which we now know is to be tragically cut short by cancer. This is for you, Con. God bless you. Thank you all very much.
I could have joined the army, but I failed the aptitude test. You know the bit where you have to put wooden shapes into different holes? I couldn't shut the door when I went in. London.
England, the greatest city in the world. Home of the world's greatest democracy. Every year, millions of tourists flock here to enjoy the many varied sights and sounds of this resplendent capital. But what is this city like after dark?
I can't see where I'm going. Oh, my God, I've gone blind.
London after dark is a place of crime. But fighting against that crime is one of the world's greatest police forces. And Inspector Reginald Bribesy and Sergeant Adolph Porno, what we are.
Well, Sergeant Porno, did it make you proud to be a British bobby? Stand here outside the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police Force, knowing that crime will never win.
That blinking phone has never stopped ringing all morning.
Have you tried answering it, sir?
Well done, Porno. Get that, Porno, would you? I'm fed up with answering the phone.
Hello. Yes?
What? 3 murders? Horribly mutilated? A deadly killer? Yes, indeed, we will. No, no. No, this is Sergeant Adolph Porno. That's right, Scotland Yard. I'm a police officer. No, that's all right. We'll do it.
Well, who was it?
Wrong number.
And the next one had no arms. Are you quite sure, sir?
I've been in the medical profession for more than 20 years. I've learned how to spot a human body with no arms.
Of course, sir. You say he had no legs either?
No arms, no legs, no head, very little torso.
Surprised you found him at all, then.
The body was found over here. Not much of a body, more of a lung, really.
You know how he died?
I think we can safely rule out natural causes.
Now, this one over here is even stranger.
Notice anything?
Well, he's obviously from the Isle of Man.
What are you talking about?
He's a Manx man.
Well, how do you know that?
He's got no tail.
By God, you're right.
Back at Scotland Yard in the office of the Chief Superintendent.
To say that your approach is old-fashioned, Bribesy, would be an understatement.
You think we're being a bit slow solving the great train robbery, sir?
That's one reason.
We need more information, Super.
Yeah, we don't even know how many trains were stolen, sir.
Shut up. Come in. Now listen, these 3 dead bodies we think might be linked to an international drug smuggling operation. Bribesy, 140 kilos of pure dope. What does that mean to you?
Sergeant Porno, sir.
Shut up, Porno. Now, you're both on the case. I'll send you the file. Now get out.
Oh, sir, the Scotland Yard sign theft, sir.
Yes?
We've got a witness to the theft, and we've got some suspects in for a parade. I think we're wasting our time here, sir.
Join us next week for more of the same old claptrap.
I'm sorry I haven't been my usual self recently.
Well, I mean, no. I mean, have you been upset then or something?
I've been going through a very miserable and very expensive time.
Have you? What, you've renewed your Arsenal season ticket again?
Well, my divorce, isn't it? My divorce has come through, isn't it?
Divorce, yeah.
I tell you, divorce, it's a horrible thing to happen to anybody, you know. I don't care who they are, young or old, male or female.
Married or single?
It's the kids I feel sorriest for.
Yeah, me too. It's terrible. I mean, they shouldn't let them get married in the first place.
See, I mean, I think that was really the problem with me and Cheryl.
Was it really?
Yeah, you see, I mean, look, she always wanted kids, didn't she? And, you know, I always wanted...
Well, you wanted barmaids, didn't you, mainly? I mean, when you come down to it, whose fault do you think it was?
Well, I don't think you can talk about fault, can you?
No.
You know, I mean, it takes 2 to tango, doesn't
That's
it?
right, yeah. Takes 8 to do an Epsom reel, doesn't it?
No, I mean, what I mean is, I think in our case, it was, you know, it was 6 of one and half a dozen of the other.
Yeah. Well, it was mainly the other in your case, wasn't it? It was more than half a dozen, as I remember.
No, what I'm saying is, that we have to share the blame equally.
Yeah, that's right.
You see, I mean, she was at fault for her nagging and her jealousy and, you know, being a slut around the house, you know. I was at fault for marrying the stupid bitch in the first place.
So you're divorcing her, then?
Do you know something? She's divorcing me. She is divorcing me, mate. I mean, I give her a good home, didn't I?
Well, you did. You gave her that council flat anyway.
That's right, that's the one,
Yeah. Mind you, she had that before you moved in, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I let her stay there, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I let her stay there. No, I can't tell you, mate. Yeah. We was happy as Larry, we was, until that old green giant raised his ugly head.
Yeah, I know, that tin sweet corn. That's the jolly green giant what brings the old tin sweet corn.
No, I'm not talking about tin sweet corn, am I? I'm talking about the green giant of jealousy.
Oh, that old thing, that old
jealousy,
green giant.
Mate. She was jealous. She was jealous. I mean, she used to go into a frenzy if I so much as looked at another woman.
Well, you used to go into a frenzy if you so much as looked at her. Let's be honest, to be fair.
Do you know, she was jealous of me and Nellie.
Not Smelly Nellie. The fat bird down the anchor, she wasn't jealous of her, was she? She was.
Her mum. She was jealous of her.
She was jealous of her.
Your Aunt Madge?
Auntie Madge.
I kid you not, mate. And those are just the ones I did have it off with. She was crazy. She was a crazy woman.
Well, so, I mean, she got you for adultery, did she?
Nah. Mental cruelty, she called it.
Oh, well, that was after you kicked her head in, was it?
Yeah. I shouldn't have done that, but you see, I think that any man would have done that if he had found himself in my position.
What, pissed out your head?
Yeah.
Did you ever think of going down that old marriage guide?
What, a marriage guide?
Yeah.
Well, we did talk about it. We discussed it, you know. But I mean, she wanted to go to the one in Tottenham. I wanted to go to the one in Peckham. We just had a row about it. So decided we wouldn't bother in here. There was no bloody point, really.
I mean, you look at my auntie Gertie and my uncle Sedley. I mean, they had a terrible time. They went through a very, very sticky patch. Oh, yeah. I mean, because they was at it, hammer and sickle, and it was big. And then they went down a marriage guidance council.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, he was good, was he?
He was a kind and a sensitive man, and he had lots of intelligent things and advice.
Oh, so what happened?
Well, my auntie Gert ran off with him. Tunnel project there. The general idea was, you see, that the French were going to drill from their side, and we were going to tunnel from our side, and then we were going to meet up, sort of in the middle here. Well, yesterday the French announced that they completed their section. Twin tunnels drilled, railway tracks laid, and a service shaft down the middle. Banging position and right on time. As for us, our position to date seems to be, well, about 200 yards from the Ashford bypass.
That's about right, yes.
That's right, yes. So what exactly is holding us up, then?
We're waiting for a skip.
A skip?
Well, yeah, and of course, the men are in the middle of another job at the moment.
What, the men are working on another job?
Yeah, Mrs. Willoughby, Dollis Hill.
You do realise that this is the single most important engineering project this century?
Don't leave it out. It's a kitchen extension. I mean, there's a bit of electric.
I'm not talking about Mrs. Willoughby's.
Right.
I'm talking about this.
Right, okay, all right.
I mean, we've paid you and your men, what, £2.5 billion in cash.
Yeah. Well, see, you don't mind me saying so, Mr. Kane. Therein lies your problem, you see. The blokes have been so busy counting the bloody stuff, you know. So they like to check their wage packets before they knock off for the weekend, you see.
I mean, I should have seen the warning signs when we had the tenders in, shouldn't I? Because, I mean, this is McAlpine's tender here, you see, and then we've got Cementation Construction's tender there, and this is Costain International's tender there, and this is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's ours, yeah.
That's right, yes. To build one channel tunnel...
half a channel tunnel.
Oh, sorry, yes, half a channel tunnel. Local tunnels, including RSJ and Dan, of course. £2.5 billion plus VAT. Please leave spare set of keys.
Yeah, well, here's the other thing. See, we never did get those keys.
No, but you see, Stubbs, we gave you this project, you see, because you'd given us the impression that you had a major record of construction engineering work throughout the world. I mean, didn't you get the contract for the Aswan Dam?
Yeah, we did, yeah. Yeah, we were all set raring to go. Bloody van broke down, didn't it?
You've never actually built anything at all, have you?
Now, hold on a minute. I mean, we refurbished the entire Taj Mahal.
The Taj Mahal?
Well, it was the Taj Mahal. It's the Laughing Poppadom now, I think. Look at Broadway, just past the tube station, and that was a lot of plumbing in the fountains and all the arches with all the plaster work. It was a very big job.
I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I really don't. Look, you don't understand. I must have your men out there drilling now. I must have 2 tunnels, 50 metres wide, 200 metres below sea level, 17 miles in length. Well, before Friday at the latest.
17 miles, you say?
Yes.
Well, I've lent out my extension lead, you see, so...
Get out! No, Stubbs!
Yeah?
You couldn't see about my wife's patio sometime over the weekend, could you?
I'll make it a priority.
We're drawing attention to the dog mess on our pavements by spraying it gold. Another idea from seeing Rod Stewart in concert.
Sir Giles, Chris Searle.
Hello, Chris.
So, how long does it take to become a leading transplant surgeon?
Well, Chris, about 10 years of medical school, 15 years postgraduate research, probably 20 years training in a teaching hospital, and about 10 years specialization.
And I've got just 8 days. Oh, well, in for a penny. Hatfield Hospital, Monday morning, 10 o'clock. And my first meeting with the parents of the boy whose heart transplant I'm going to perform. Tell me, how did you raise the money for your son's operation?
Well, we remortgaged our house. And my sister and my uncle and my 2 brothers in California, they cashed in their life insurance.
That's right. And half the village has sold itself to property speculators to start an appeal.
So you're quite keen for the operation to be a success?
Well, yeah.
So, time to get the show on the road, then.
Now, Chris, let's find out what you know about the human body, shall we? Do you know where the heart is, for example?
There?
Oh, you're not a million miles away, Chris. It's actually just up there, you see.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, here we are. My first stab at assisting in an operation. I've only been here 3 hours, but I've already learned there's definitely more to heart transplant surgery than meets the eye. You don't just bung it in. There's all sorts of blood vessels and arteries and fiddly things like that to join up.
Replacement heart, Chris.
Now, is this the one to go in or the one that's just come out?
Well, Chris, D-Day is drawing near.
It certainly is.
Yes, and we've got to find a replacement heart for young Timothy.
Oh, yes.
Now, what sort of heart are we after?
Well,
Well, it's not going to be easy, is it? Because the donor has to be the same age, same blood group, same everything. Good luck.
Two hours to go, and I still haven't found a donor. It's a dash... Well, it looks like my lucky day after all. So the big moment has finally come.
Well, good luck, Chris. Have you got the heart? You're on your own now.
Well, I made a bit of a pig's dinner of that one.
Mr. Sir, your attempts to involve yourself in the intricate and complex medical treatment of that young boy's serious condition were an unmitigated disaster.
I had been warned that I might end up in front of a medical tribunal, and sure enough, they threw the book at me.
I sentence you to 15 years imprisonment.
So join me in at the deep end in 2 weeks' time to find out how I get on in my attempt to break out of Parkhurst.
I mean, in my opinion, these press stories about the loony left are not exaggerated. We do have a loony left. And I think she's doing a marvellous job around the country. Chateau Walloon at the same time.